you're gonna see a lot of things that seems like rocks. So these are not rocks, these are the hard corals. And everything you see out there that seems like plants are not plants either. Those are the soft corals. And everything you see that seems like fish, well, those are actually fishes. Yes, they are. Example of the hard coral is going to be the brain coral, that looks like a human brain. You have the knobby-fingered corals that look like potatoes stacked up on each other. And you also have the sheet corals that look like mushroom sheets. Example of the soft coral is going to be the sea whips, the sea rods, and the sea fence. Now we ask ourselves, how does these corals form? How do they come to life? Almost all corals are colonial organisms. They're composed of hundreds of thousands of individual animals called polyps. These polyps have a mouth, and around their mouth they have 6 to 8 tentacles, which they use to feed themselves. That's why every time we go diving or snorkeling, they tell us, please do not touch your corals. If you do touch these corals, these tentacles might break up. If they do break up, they're gonna feed themselves. Eventually, they'll end up dying. The whole reef will die, and all the marine life around the reef will also die. Guys, have any idea what will happen when everything dies under the water over here? No? Well, the first thing is, I'll lose my job. Yes, no corals, no fish, no work for me. Have to be very careful not touching the corals, and that way we can preserve the marine life. Damas y caballeros, nos preguntamos, vemos muchas cosas que se parecen a rocas. Bueno, eso no son rocas, son los corales duros. Todo lo que se parece a plantas tampoco son plantas, son los corales suaves. Y también todo lo que ven que se parecen a peces, esos sí son peces. Sí que lo son, ¿no? Entre los corales duros tenemos los corales cerebros, que se parecen a cerebros humanos. Tenemos los corales nubios, que se parecen a papitas, el uno sobre el otro, redondo, redondo, redondo. Y también tenemos los corales láminas, que se parecen a láminas de hongos. Entre los corales suaves, los corales lásigos, los corales barras y los corales fans. Bueno, nos preguntamos cómo es que se forman estos corales. Casi todos los corales son organismos coloniales que se componen de cientos y cientos de miles de animalitos individuales y juntos forman el coral. Estos se llaman pólipos. Estos pólipos tienen una boca y alrededor de la boca tienen 6 a 8 tentáculos que los usan para alimentarse. Por eso cada vez que vayamos a bucear o a hacer el snorkeling, nos dicen por favor no tocar los corales. Si tocamos los corales, estos tentáculos se pueden romper. Si se rompen, ellos no se van a poder alimentar. Eventualmente se muere toda la vida marina alrededor de los corales también. ¿Y saben ustedes qué es lo que pasa cuando se muera todo por debajo del agua? ¿Alguna idea? ¿No? Lo primero es que yo me quedo sin trabajo. Así mismo, no hay corales, no hay peces, no hay trabajo para mí. Entonces tenemos que ser muy cuidadosos, no tocar los corales. Ser muy cuidadosos si podemos preservar la vida marina. Guys, we ask ourselves, what does these corals feed themselves with? Primarily, they feed themselves with something called the plankton. Guys, know what's a plankton? A microscopic organism that floats around in the water that's barely visible to the human eye. Does not have any force to self-propel itself, just goes back and forth with the current. And to make it easier for you, ever watch SpongeBob? Tiny little green guy, 2 antennas on his head, always trying to steal the Krabby Patty formula? Now there you have it. Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob's enemy. Y nos preguntamos de qué es que se